Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can see by the title, I wanted to do a video about are RNs better than LPNs or LVNs? So let me give you an answer to that real quick. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Um, Not even going into the nursing part of it, but ain't nobody better than nobody. So there's that. And having that type of mentality where you feel like one person is better than another is dangerous. That will lead into, thinking rich people better than poor, whites are better than blacks, doctors are better than nurses, surgeons are better than, physicians or just doctors. Like, no, nobody's better than nobody. So that was just kind of like I guess, a clickbaity type of title. But no, RNs are not better than LPNs. Unfortunately, there are a lot of RNs who do feel that they are. And I've made a video similar to that on my channel, um, about just how if you feel that you're better than somebody, that's a moral issue within yourself. That's an ethical issue within yourself. There's some insecurity there. But yeah, a lot of people feel that the more education they get, the more money they make, um, that just makes them better than other people who maybe don't have the same amount of education or who don't make the same amount of money as them. And it's a very ugly way to be. It's a very ugly way to think. But yeah, unfortunately, it does exist, and I think us all as nurses, we all know that, and we've all run across it or have experienced it ourselves. So yeah, no, RNs are not better than LPNs. So I want to talk though about like the differences in the roles between RNs and a licensed practical nurse or a licensed vocational nurse. Um, so just one of the main things is that to become a registered nurse, you have to have a college degree. You have to complete your associate's degree in college, and then you'll have your ADN, and then you can continue on to get your bachelor's, your master's, your doctorate in nursing, keep going. For LPNs, LVNs, that is, I believe, it's like a certificate. You go for about 9 months, something like that, and they give you, yeah, you have to take a test, um, a state test, and then you have like a certificate that you get. Versus, again, like I said, like becoming an RN, you have to do at least like 2 years of college, and then you get a degree. You have a college degree. So that's the difference there, as far as like with schooling. Now, the roles that the both are nurses. So let's be clear, both of them are nurses. Um, it's just depending on what facility where you work, the roles will be different. So for me, I used to work in a non-specialty or specialized or something long-term care facility. So we didn't have like IVs. We didn't have like acute patients. It wasn't really like a hospital setting in there. It was, more like hospice, palliative care, things like that. So the nurses in there, the RNs and the LPNs, we did the exact same job. We did the same exact job. There was no difference between what I did as an RN and what my coworker did as an LPN. We did the same thing. The charting, the med, pass, everything, wound care, we all did the same thing. Um, I guess it depends like on some states that you live in or whatever, but my facility had to have at least one RN in the building. So again, it didn't mean that we were doing anything different, but I guess depending on regulations or whatever, my facility required that at least one RN be in the building. So so yeah, so they had that. So they did used to always have to make sure that an RN was there in the building. Um, so again, not that saying that we did anything special, because we didn't, but they just wanted an RN there. Um, let's see. So yeah, in the type of facility that I worked at, we all did the same thing. Now let's say if you go to a more like a facility that's kind of more hospital-y, or you know, to a hospital, there are separate things. There are certain things that LPNs cannot do. I know that LPNs, they cannot like work with IVs, and tell me in the comments if it's different where you live. But here in Illinois, LPNs, they can't work with IVs. They can't give any medications through those. They can't. I don't even know if an LPN can start an IV. I mean, you would think they should be able to if phlebotomists can do it, but I'm not sure if they can't start an IV, but I know they can't give anything through it. LPNs I knew of here, like they couldn't give heparin. They can't give like cardiac drips, you know, cardizine, amiodarone, things like that. They can't give, you know, epi, norepi, that kind of stuff. They can't give that. And I think they can't give chemo drugs either. I'm not sure. Let me know if it's different for you guys. But I think LPNs can't do that. Only RNs can do that. Let me see. I have heard and I have seen that LPNs couldn't have real like leadership positions. Like they couldn't be charge nurses, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And that was the same at my facility as well. I knew one LPN who was a charge nurse. She worked nights, and they let her be a night supervisor, but there was no other LPN in that facility who had a leadership position like that. They were not charge nurses. They couldn't become like the DON or the ADON or anything like that. They couldn't do that. Only nurses could do that. Again, let me know if it's different for you guys where you live at. Let me see here. Let me see. So, yes, that's as far as like the roles that they play in the job and things like that. Those are differences that I've seen. Now, I wanted to make this really clear to, you know, any arrogant nurses out there. I know LPNs who can run circles around so many RNs. They're so smart, they're so knowledgeable. They've seen it all. Amazing, phenomenal nurses. I would put my life, my children's life in the hands of some of these LPNs that I know. Absolutely phenomenal nurses. So we, again, shouldn't be judging books by its cover. We shouldn't just say, oh, well, you know, since you got a certificate and I have, you know, 4 years of nursing school, you know, that automatically makes me smarter than you. Absolutely not. I look at how long has this person been a nurse. You know, I don't care if I graduated school and I'm automatically technically ahead of you, you know, based on that I have a college degree and you have a certificate. I'm a newbie. You know, I've got 7 years under my belt, whereas you have 35. So automatically you trump me, period. I don't care what degrees or abbreviations I have after my name and you have after yours. Doesn't matter. You've been doing this 35 years to my 7. You're the head honcho in my eyes, period. I have also found that in nursing school, the LPNs did so much better. I went straight from just being regular, you know, I wasn't anything in the medical field. I just went straight into getting my RN. And I was in class with LPNs who were bridging over to get their RNs, and they did so much better than us students who were not nurses, because technically they already are nurses. So they really just blew through that little nursing program, and it was easy for them. It wasn't no big thing. It really wasn't. They did phenomenal in nursing school. The LPNs did. A couple of other differences that I wrote down is that between an RN and an LPN, RNs do have more opportunities. We just do. It just is what it is. Especially now that so many hospitals are phasing out LPNs. Where I live here in Illinois, you know, around like the Chicago area, There's no LPNs in the hospital. They phased them all out. You won't see an LPN in a hospital. They want RNs, and even now the lowest education they want an RN to have is her bachelor's. So even ADNs, you know, they're putting pressure on them to go ahead and get their bachelor's. So way more nursing opportunities for RNs. You can literally do anything, work anywhere. It's so many things you could do. Whereas LPNs are more limited to doing like long-term care or working in clinics. So less opportunities for LPNs, LVNs, and then the pay is usually better for an RN. I do know some LPNs who are making bank. You know, it again depends on the facility, depends on whatever you got going on, however long you've been an LPN, whatever situation is. But I know for sure RNs usually they get paid more. Um, so yeah, that's what I got as far as, you know, the differences or whatnot between LPN and RN. Let me guys know again, answer some of those questions for me down there, like if it's different for you where you live, if LPNs are able to do more, um, you know, or the same as nurses. Like let me know. For me again, I've never heard of like LPNs being able to do anything with IVs and give meds and you know cardiac drips and stuff like that. But let me know if it's different where you guys live. All right. Thanks for watching the video. I hope it was helpful. And sorry about that clickbait title. But yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.